Airports are the gateway to a city, providing a unique experience by curating the best of its culture and community. The airport's sense of place is supported by small business owners that thrive on innovation and diversity. Operating a business on the street is tough, but running a business inside the airport requires a level of grit and determination that is not for the faint of heart. Yet we have found many small and minority-owned businesses that flourish here. These are their untold stories of how they found their ticket to success.
In this episode, we meet Emma Walbridge, a young female entrepreneur who's shaking up the airport concession scene.
Gameway's the only video game lounge in the airport in the world.
Emma Walbridge is so amazing. She's a female in the gaming space, which is phenomenal, and she reinvented the way gaming works.
I love what I do. I love being a mother, I love being a wife, and I love being a business owner. People have asked me, how old are you? The answer is normally old enough.
Emma doesn't only run a business in a male-dominated industry, but she also inspires other women to follow their entrepreneurial dreams.
So my ticket to success was perseverance. The airports are notoriously hard places to get into. If I'd quit on the first no, I'd never have made it anywhere. People have helped me, and I would love to be able to pay that forward to other female entrepreneurs.
This is her story. Emma Walbridge is the owner of Gameway, an in-airport gaming hub.
I've been fortunate enough to travel quite a bit, and I've never gone to an airport and go, wow, that was an amazing experience. But I wanted to change that. We use the medium of video games, which majority of people are familiar with, and it allows them to pass the time before they get on the airplane.
Emma's first foray into the gaming world came early on in life.
So I was brought up on video games. I had an older brother who played Halo, and that's a way that we bonded. It was a childhood hobby, playing with my family members, and it's one that I have in my family today. I am still uber competitive though, so I am not gonna let anyone defeat me.
Emma's eureka moment for Gameway came out of the blue.
We were in a mall, and it had a similar concept, a video game lounge, arcade, and it was really busy. And we came back a few hours later and it was completely empty. But we liked the concept, and we thought that if we could take this to a market that was busy all the time, it would be successful. And that's where my idea of airport video game lounges came about. We came home, we did our research, we did the demographics. I love design. In our garage, we got out painter's tape and tried to figure out square footages. Distance between where the chair was to where the TV screen, what height that was. Yeah. And there's nothing better than actually mapping it out to experience it before you go into building.
What was interesting is we left the tape here for months.
Yeah.
And
we're proud of it,
now,
right?
Yeah, we were like, look what we created in our garage. And then
artwork.
Forever,
I mean, that's why it's a little bit stained still.
Exactly, yeah.
However, once the designs turned to reality and Emma opened her first Gameway, life threw her a welcome surprise.
I had my children as I opened my doors to Gameway, and that means, a lot of struggles, a lot of hardship. That my 6-month-old actually was on 13 flights by the age of 6 months. He came with me everywhere. When he could walk, he had to stop coming with me. So these are really cool. So these have got all the stencils in them, sis. So if you're wanting some hearts or sheep. So we try and keep work and family life separate as much as we can. When it's your firstborn child, they do tend to blend a little bit, but it's important to have family time and enjoy these precious moments that we have.
Gameway now has 6 stores from the East Coast to the West Coast, in Los Angeles, Dallas, Houston, and Charlotte, North Carolina.
So T6 was our first location at LAX Airport. They actually gave us the smaller of the 2 spaces that were available, and we blew them away so well that they gave us 1,000 square foot in their brand new Delta terminal. Here we have the PC stations, the Xbox, and the PlayStation as well. And how it works, it's basic people pay by time. The first question I'm going to ask you is, how long do you have before your flight? I'm not going to be held responsible for you missing your flight today. This is one of the beautiful features in LA. We actually have a retro zone, and this allows you to play some of those old school games. So whether it's Pac-Man or Mario Kart, you can sit, enjoy a beer, and actually play some of the old school games.
Since it is opened in airports, Gameway has become extremely popular.
Yeah, I like to game a little bit, probably like 70 plus hours a week, yeah. The ability to have access to this in an airport while waiting for your flight is bar none. Gives me a reason to want to get to the airport early. I work in esports and gaming. We know how insanely male-dominated it is, and then seeing women leading in the space, I think is amazing.
I have 3 under 9 years old, and traveling, it can be a nightmare. So being able to be in a space where their attention can focus on something and be fun, and I don't have to worry, and I don't have to yell, is very good.
Airports can often, there's the hustle and bustle, but it's fairly quiet. Whereas you'll walk past a Gameway, there's energy that radiates from this place. You'll hear laughter or, camaraderie with people, whether it is retirees who are going on vacation and they sit down and they're in their mid-80s and they are hooping and hollering and having a good time before they go on vacation. Gaming is universal, and that's the wonderful thing about this.
Although Emma's concept had caught the attention of regular travelers, she still needed some support to help take her business to the next level.
The ACDBE program is a special program in that it builds equity and allows disadvantaged groups an opportunity to do business in the airport.
Airports are a difficult industry to be in. There's a lot of closed doors. The purpose of the ACDBE program is to try and open those doors and give connections that wouldn't have been possible previously. There is no doubt about it. It has made a huge impact to the success of my company.
The next steps for Gameway is to open more locations. The US really is the land of opportunities, and I'm seeing that as an immigrant here. I have expansion in the East Coast, a lot coming this year, so stay tuned to what's coming. But I really want to be an international brand. That is the goal, is to make airports entertaining, not just domestically, but worldwide.
Having received support from the ACDBE program, Emma has taken it on to support others.
So it's important to help the community, and we've actually had employees that were homeless. We took a chance on them and they actually became an employee of the year. There's nothing more valuable than internal talent, and we want our sales associates to eventually become leaders and run their own stores. I'm ultimately getting to the position where Gameway is starting to be noticed. So we are having opportunities brought to us that I can help the community, and I love those. There's one that I'm doing at one of our stores that they're bringing high schoolers in, and that's something I'm really excited about, to be able to bring the next generation of entrepreneurs and teach them how I did it.
Emma Walbridge is so amazing because she's a mother, she's a female in the gaming space, which is phenomenal. She reinvented the way gaming works. It's a space not only for gamers, but for people to watch gamers and really interact. She really just turned it upside down and did something very cool that's first to airport.
I see Emma, being a boss in a male-dominated industry in a way that's different from, I think you would see like in the movies and such. I think oftentimes people would see a person who is tough and angry and pounds their desk, but if you're truly special and you truly command people's respect, it starts with love, and people respect her because of it.
I'd say to other female entrepreneurs, do it. It takes a lot to be a woman in business. I think sometimes we have more to prove, but if you have the drive and the determination, you are equally as capable as anyone else. And I believe more women should do it.